Right now on News 8 at 10, the future of Arsenal Island. What will happen to the Arsenal Museum as well as the base itself moving forward after some uncertainty about the future?
Then serving the Quad Cities, the special celebration tonight for the American Red Cross and who the event honored.
Live from WQAD, this is News 8 at 10.
Good evening, I'm Jim Mertens.
And I'm Denise Hanedka. Thank you for joining us tonight.
And in our top story tonight at 10, the body of a Wisconsin man has been recovered tonight, 3 hours after he fell into the Mississippi River. Police and fire crews recovered the body of the man at the Savannah Marina in Carroll County at 6:30 tonight. The Carroll County coroner says a 71-year-old man from Darlington, Wisconsin was launching a boat this afternoon when he fell into the river and drowned. Savannah police say crews spent 3 hours searching for the man before his body was recovered tonight. The coroner says the victim's name will be released after family members are notified of his death.
Today, the Rock Island Arsenal laid out the future for the island. The huge employer in the Quad Cities says the next few years will be critical for operations. New at 10 tonight, News 8's Jenna Morton tells us about the investment it's making and the need for partnership.
It's an island, but its impact reaches far from the shores of the Mississippi River.
The workforce that comes to work each and every day at the Arsenal is making a difference, not only here locally, but worldwide.
As the Trump administration looks to increase defense spending, those who run Rock Island Arsenal operations are looking for ways to keep the work flowing.
We are open to more opportunity.
In what could be called the State of the Arsenal address, Commanding General Edward Daly said the next few years will be critical for Quad City operations.
There's some uncertainty about the future across the board, and so now more than ever, I think we need to communicate.
And there are already new investments on the island. Work has begun on 73 new homes, the first such construction in decades.
There was a bona fide need. That need, I think, is being addressed with the homes that we'll have on the island.
The Arsenal Museum, which was scheduled to be shut down, will now stay open.
We're going to bring the museum into the 21st century.
And although the golf course has struggled to attract members, Major General Daly says it's staying too, perhaps teaming up with a private partner
To make it an even better golf course.
But the general says the key to keeping the island vibrant will be to turn vacant buildings into leasable space, creating new partnerships with the cities that surround this island.
And an effort to build on an already strong relationship with the Quad Cities communities.
In Moline, Jenna Morton, WQAD News 8.
Major General Daly also heard about concerns that tightened security on the island actually keeps some businesses from locating there and keeps some people from visiting the museum and golf course. He says the military will work with the community to try to make access to the island easier.
A top Democrat is calling the ongoing special Illinois budget session a political stunt. The third day of Illinois special session called by Governor Bruce Rauner continued today, and still no end in sight to the state's two-year budget impasse. Democratic Senate President John Cullerton today said the governor was looking for political cover by calling the session.
The governor's made it clear he's the only one that calls the leaders' meetings. He is the governor. He calls the leaders' meetings of the four legislative leaders. I asked for a meeting of the four leaders, and they all agreed initially.
Putting four of us in a room, I've seen in the past, right now, is not going to help the situation. It has to be a House solution between the Speaker and myself.
On the House side, Democratic Speaker Mike Madigan scheduled hearings on a property tax freeze proposal today, with hearings planned tomorrow on education funding and pension reform. A new budget year is to start next Saturday, July 1st. Thanks to the special session, taxpayers will end up paying tens of thousands of extra dollars per day in costs. That's because lawmakers continue to get paid a total of $50,000 a day during the special session. Taxpayers are the ones who have to pick up the bill with no word on how long it could take to pass a budget.
They shouldn't even get a paycheck till it's settled. You know, it's a big club. The government's a big club, and I'm embarrassed by them.
I think it's silly. They should go in there and not get released until they're done.
Lawmakers are running up a tab. The state has not been able to pay everything they're owed since August.
Governor Rauner did sign a new law today cracking down on repeat gun offenders. The bill increases the sentences for repeat offenders from 3 years to 7 years. It also allows Illinois police to form task forces to deal with gang activity. Plus, the bill gives more leniency for nonviolent first-time offenders.
This took months of hard work, compromise, bipartisan teamwork.
Today is the day we stand together and send a loud and clear message that we will no longer tolerate violence at the hands of repeat gun offenders in our communities.
Critics, though, of the bill say it doesn't address the issue of how people are getting access to these weapons.
Been a gorgeous day outside today. Hopefully that means it'll be a gorgeous weekend, of course.
We hope so. Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist James Zahara has more on a first check of the forecast tonight. Tomorrow sure looks like a beauty.
Yeah, and why not keep this thing going for a little bit longer as well? Not too bad today. It was warm out there, but with that breeze that we've been feeling, we've been really dropping that humidity, and that has allowed our temperatures throughout this evening to slowly fall. Here are the highs of the day. No surprise, numbers did manage their way in the lower 80s, but look at the drop we're already seeing as daytime temperature, evening temperatures are already down into the 60s. Currently 69 degrees in the Quad Cities after a daytime high of 84 degrees. And with this dry air in place, it's going to cool even more. Look at the dew point temperature in the mid-50s. You know, that could very likely be our overnight low, which is a good sign because we won't have to worry about the AC tonight. Looks like we won't have to worry about the AC for a number of days ahead. And I'll tell you for how long, coming up in just a few minutes. Denise?
Thank you, James. A Davenport shelter is treating 24 cats after they were rescued from a home in Eldridge. 24 cats were pulled from that home, but 30 more are still there. Police are working with the homeowners now to relocate the animals because of what they're calling a hoarding situation. With these new additions, the shelter now has 100 cats that need loving homes.
Well, this may be hard to believe, but it is true. The founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, was in Wilton today. The Candy Kitchen posted on their Facebook page about his visit. Zuckerberg himself also posted a picture of himself enjoying a chocolate malt in Wilton. He said that he's been visiting small towns in Iowa and researching the economics of communities just like Wilton, Iowa.
The Quad City area chapter of the American Red Cross is celebrating its service with a big fundraiser tonight. It's the 22nd annual Picnic on the River at Rock Island Schwiebert Park. Guests enjoy food from local chefs, plus some live entertainment. It's the 100th anniversary of the American Red Cross service in our area.
In 1917, when our chapter was first established, was all around supporting the war efforts around the globe. Well, still today, we're going to have a special part of this evening where we honor our military members and the Red Cross service to the armed forces during our Fund a Cause program.
All proceeds raised tonight will go towards the Red Cross mission of providing volunteer aid to victims of disaster relief.
CrossFitters from across the Quad Cities met in the District of Rock Island tonight for a friendly competition. The Foundation CrossFit Gym hosts what's called Urban Street Games each year. It's a competition with local gyms. The host says it's fun to do a live event like this outside. The purpose really to have fun and also to motivate the spectators to get inside the gym and work out. Still ahead of News 8 at 10, fulfilling a campaign promise.
The legislation signed by President Donald Trump today and how it will help veterans get the help they need.
And considering charges, the investigation into the cause of last week's deadly tower fire in London continues, and the serious charges police are considering bringing up in that case.
You're watching WQAD. This is News 8 at 10.